Yes, good old TJ.
Konnichiwa, Neo Squad, it's your boy Guy back with another reaction video. And today, if you guys, we are on Death Battle's channel. Last time I did an upload for this for Sasuke versus Hiei. For some odd reason, it got blocked. So hopefully, it don't get blocked again with this. I don't understand why, because I did Death Battle videos in the past. So I don't know if it's because I had them ads in their videos, so I need to take that off or something like that. But I'm gonna just cut the ads to just have this straight video again. Hopefully, because like I said, usually I've done Death Battles in the past on my channel. Nothing was wrong with that. I did like Mega Man and like some other video or whatever. And I did the Sasuke. Like, funny thing was, before that I did the Mecha Godzilla versus the Tiger Sword. For some reason that my video got corrupted within my laptop, and I didn't feel like re-editing. I mean, not re-editing, but re-uploading the same things I just did. That reaction, there's no point to the first time you do a reaction compared to doing it again. That's kind of not gonna have the same flavor, because you already know what's gonna happen and you already did your guess or whatever. And getting my video blocked with the Sasuke versus Hiei, that was just stupid. I mean, I don't know, like, I think I might have to edit the video or something like that, but I'll just probably just get down to that like later on, because that was just stupid. I didn't know it was gonna get blocked. But yeah, guys, so this is Ganondorf versus Dracula, Zelda versus Castlevania. So hopefully this doesn't get blocked with doing this video, hopefully. But before we can get to this, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new, slap a like on this video, also as well as the bell notification. Make sure you click all so you'll be notified every time I make a future upload. So yeah, guys, let's get right into this. So play. Alright, here we go. This is probably why I'm gonna start the video right here anyway.
Fame may be fleeting and wealth ephemeral, but true evil never dies.
It just comes back with a goddamn second health bar.
Ganondorf,
Me.
the calamitous demon king
Hey,
of Princess
that is
Zelda
facts
Line.
with the villains. They just come back with a second health bar. You be like, what? How?
Castlevania. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Millennia ago,
I've heard I'm gonna go with
in
Dracula, but let's just
the
see.
Demon King Demise threatened to pull the world into blood and war.
Until he got his ass slapped by this pointy-eared boy in green.
Undaunted by being, murdered, Demise cursed the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero to be forever haunted by his wrath made flesh.
Right.
That curse became
Ganondorf.
Dragmire.
Good old Dorf was born to the
Dragmire? That
Gerudo
was-
tribe of the desert. Thing is, the Gerudo were all ladies, and Ganondorf was the first male born in 100 years, which automatically made him their king. Because reasons, I guess? Wait, so he gets to be in charge and has the best odds on Tinder? That's my dream come true. Who could want more?
Ganondorf could. Jealous of the neighboring kingdom of Hyrule.
Wow,
fields,
Boomstick.
clean water, and not
Ganondorf
being a
Dragmire.
desert.
Dragmire, that's
He
a
dreamed of a
tough
better
last
world for
name.
his
That's
people.
tough. I want
Or,
that.
you know,
Is he
just for
7'6"?
himself. Being the reincarnation of ultimate evil means you're probably kind of a selfish douche.
And surprisingly, his vile ambitions would be rewarded. Turns out, he was also preternaturally adept at magic, as befits an education from his caretakers, the witches Koume and Kotake.
From them, Dorf learned to pitch balls of electricity, summon lightning, move objects with telekinesis, levitate, form barriers, and control minds.
When he wishes to fight from a distance, he can create phantom horsemen or puppets of himself to battle as his proxies.
Or if he wants to get personal, he can use his dark magic to enhance his physical strikes. All ranges.
He's a master with a blade, sometimes two. and
Oh
sometimes a
man, that stuff was
horseback.
annoying on Smash.
Sometimes 2 swords on 2 horsebacks?
Let's not get crazy. He was just a man, after all, though not for long. With his magical training complete, Ganondorf put his greatest skill to the test. His
Transfer
raw cunning,
magic?
by manipulating the rulers of Hyrule and its neighboring domains, as well as a curiously familiar boy in green.
Hey, what do you know? Weird coincidence.
Ganondorf gained entry to an alternate dimension called the Sacred Realm.
Oh right.
It
Oh, Ocarina of Time, because he opened up the realm when he was going
The perfect solution
Horn
to
of
all
Time,
your
Link.
world-conquering needs. Except once Ganondorf got his hands on those golden Doritos, 2 of them jumped ship.
See, only someone
Golden
with a
Doritos.
perfect balance of courage, wisdom, and power can wield the complete Triforce. If someone with an imbalance between those 3 virtues touches it, it splits. In this case, the pieces of wisdom and courage went to Ganondorf's enemies, Princess Zelda and the hero Link.
Oh, that's embarrassing. But he did get to keep the Triforce of Power, because who needs the courage and wisdom shit when you can just blow stuff up? That's how I live.
Even on its own, the Triforce of Power radically...
I mean, if you had a choice, what would you pick? Wisdom, power, or courage?
The king he was always meant to be.
Literally, he can turn into a big blue pig monster.
The dark beast known simply as Ganon is a nearly unstoppable terror, gaining even greater strength without sacrificing any of his intellect.
As a bacon wizard, he can obliterate those with fireball, turn invisible, teleport.
A bacon wizard. Hey, could you imagine?
Oh man.
Despite all that power
sounds
and
awfully
successfully
tasty though.
ruling Hyrule for 7 years, Ganondorf was soundly
After I make these videos, I'm gonna
defeated
give you
and
something to eat
sealed
before I go to
within the
sleep.
Sacred Realm.
Ooh, that sounds
There
good.
he remained, trapped outside the spaces of reality, a prisoner to the void between space and time, never to return ever again.
Sorry. I couldn't keep a straight face.
He's gonna come back
he got out
again.
like the next day.
Yeah.
So nothing holds Ganon back for long, and he's insanely tough to kill. In fact, thanks to his part of the Triforce, he's almost indestructible. While most weapons can technically harm him, it usually takes a holy weapon like the Master Sword or light arrows to put him down.
He once survived being crushed within his own castle, which, based on its size and composition here, and accounting for the hollowed-out interior, should weigh over 11,000 tons.
Dang.
He later withstood a different castle exploding around him. Wow, some of this guy in castles.
By measuring the size of the in-game castle model and assuming violent fragmentation,
If it's Ganondorf, something's gonna end up with a castle falling down.
A yield comparable to early atomic bombs. And even though holy weapons can bypass his defenses, he still survived being stabbed in the face with the Master Sword. You know, the literal blade of evil's bane.
Or like when he was impaled through the chest by one of the sages after he was supposedly sealed away. He just yanked that shit right out and murdered the bastards that did it to him. Heads up, Wiz, you ever stab me again and that's what's happening to you.
Right. Well, Ganondorf isn't just tough.
Boy, Ganondorf is a freaking tank, bro.
Island and block out the sky with his magical malice.
Plus, he can keep up with Link. He's even killed him in one timeline. And this fairy boy can dodge Beamos lasers.
Yeah, that's right.
Which are
He
literal
definitely
lasers.
killed him in
They
one of the
work in a straight
timelines.
line, burn instead of exploding, and according to the game's guidebook, are called lasers. So they should move at light speed. Based on the distance Link moved relative to this beam, we can estimate his own reaction speed to be about 11% the speed of light.
Too bad old Dorf Lundgren doesn't get to hold on to Hyrule for too long. Still, you can stab and seal him away all you want. This
He's gonna
big
come
pork
back.
bastard will always be back.
Always,
because
'cause of demise.
In the world of Castlevania, the universe is governed by two opposing
Okay, Jack, let's
forces,
see what you got.
order and chaos.
Hey, it's like you and me, Wiz.
No, I mean literally. As legend goes, for God to be good, there must be an equal force of evil to create balance. An evil found in an alternate dimension called the Chaotic Realm. This is chaos.
But to keep his spot in the balance on Earth, Chaos needed to choose a Dark Lord to represent him. A Dark Messiah, if you will. As luck would have it, a perfect candidate would end up choosing him.
Dracula.
In the 11th century, Matthias Kronkvist was the strategic mastermind behind a company of knights, alongside fellow commander and best friend, Leon Belmont.
But as with most bromances, it got screwed up by a homance.
Boomstick, have some tact. His wife died from a horrible illness.
Was
Oh.
it third wheeling? I'm sorry, Wiz, but
Oh, I
know
thought it
I
was
tell
something
this
else.
guy
Oh,
is
that's
evil
not
because his
that's
name
not
is
funny.
math. I mean, I know we use math all the time to do this show, but sometimes one must embrace the darkness to see the light.
Right. Anyway, Matthias'
Yeah.
grief was so intense, he swore vengeance on God himself. To achieve his vengeance, Matthias sought the powers of God's polar opposite, chaos.
So he set up an easy 6-step plan. Step 1, pick up a red rock called the Crimson Stone. It'll be important later. Step 2,
Okay,
force
Crimson
Death itself
Stone.
to become your personal secretary. Step 3, kill Luigi. Step 4, convince a vampire named Walter
Kill
to
Luigi?
kill Leon's fiance, cause misery loves company. Step 5, let Leon murder poor Walt and have Death shove his soul into that red rock. Step 6, congratulations, you are now a vampire. Goth kids, I hope you were paying attention.
From that day forth,
Kill
Matthias
Luigi?
rejected his humanity.
No, it had to be
He
5 steps.
became
No
a
way that was that
vampire
6 step.
and much more. He was the Dark Lord, Dracula.
There have been a lot of different versions of Dracula over the years, but this one isn't your run-of-the-mill, I want to suck your blood.
Count
type.
Val
This
Tempest
is the
Dracula.
avatar of chaos on Earth. The
He was a holy
opposite
knight?
to God. So, like, the devil.
Reebok pumps.
He's basically the devil.
He didn't have much time to enjoy his new powers, though, as his former friend Leon swore revenge, a vow which would carry on throughout generations.
But good luck taking down this all-new and improved vampire lord. He's got your standard vampire loadout like blood-sucking, flight, razor-sharp claws,
Okay, yeah. You know, your basic, like, vampire moves.
He can also exert his influence over all living things, whether it be mind control, body possession, or absorbing the souls and abilities of fallen enemies through his power of dominance.
Oh, like Kirby.
A demonic monster, Kirby.
Right, Kirby. Also, Dracula can shapeshift to his black heart's desire, like into a swarm of bats, a cloud of mist, and a wolf. Oh, I get it. The opposite to God, cause he's a dog just like the way Alucard is Dracula backwards. God, I should do science.
He's also a master.
Is that a
able to summon
thing, though?
fireballs, meteors, and acid blood rain from
Huh.
the sky. Dark Inferno is a huge ball of magma that will
Huh,
find
wow.
joy in its path, and he can revitalize himself with another's life energy via Soul Steel.
Then there's his most powerful attack, a localized nuke of holy magic, the demonic Megiddo.
With all these
Megiddo?
powers, it's no wonder
Sound like
Dracula
mosquito.
that is present
Sounds
for centuries,
really close to
though
mosquito.
perhaps their fears
Can't
were
just be me.
unfounded.
Yeah, despite
Probably
being
Boomsy ain't saying
chaos
nothing
or
about that.
whatever, Dracula was sometimes a pretty chill guy. He even got himself married and had a kid. Then again, kids are also the embodiment of chaos.
Sadly, the people of a nearby church grew suspect of his wife, accusing her of witchcraft. So they burned her at the stake, and Dracula swore vengeance upon the god they followed as...
Wait. Did he just get a total repeat of his backstory? Man, this guy can't catch a break.
He was even forced to battle multiple descendants of Belmont, many of whom would actually defeat him.
Well, sort of. Turns out Dracula is a much tougher vampire to kill than lame old Walter.
Even after losing his entire body, Dracula's soul remained tethered to chaos. Thus, he would be resurrected every one.
So basically, just like Ganondorf. So that's why they got pitted against each other. They both basically get reincarnated. Reincarnated. It doesn't matter how many times you beat
A
them.
giant demon bird, a giant demon head, and a giant demon head in a painting that vomits out bats.
Dracula can punch hard enough to rend stone, move quick enough to catch arrows out of thin air, and even warp the fabric of reality itself.
He's tough enough to survive a lightning strike, get blasted by an enormous meteor, and even get crushed under the weight of his fortress, aka the Castlevania.
By measuring the size of Castlevania on the game's official art, we know it should weigh around 2 million tons. Even then, Dracula has regenerated his...
I mean, I
body
did
from
say
the
that I thought
concentration
that
of
Dracula was gonna
blood,
win. I
and
think
even
I'm still gonna go with
full-on
Dracula.
disintegration.
So how the hell does he keep getting killed by everyone from Discount Conan to the Ghost of Weeb's Past?
Naturally, with the help of holy weapons, which Dracula is certainly not a fan of.
Also, even when he's turned his body into some misty vape clouds, he keeps his head vulnerable. Because video games.
Video game, yeah.
Or more precisely, his hubris. Dracula's blatant arrogance would lead to his ultimate downfall, allowing his enemies to sever his connection to the chaotic realm and thus end his cycle of resurrections. So instead, he was reincarnated.
Into a white-haired anime boy with the power of friendship. Soma Cruz, who turned out to be just as powerful as Dracula Classic, like when he dodged beams of light or when he defeated chaos itself.
Dracula's influence
How do you
and
defeat
power
chaos
would
itself,
never
though?
truly end. Even 10,000 years into the future, his bloodline continues to strike terror into the hearts of men. As long as good and evil exist,
Hold up, that's his kid? What the hell happened to him?
no ordinary man can stand up to the incredible force that is the Dark Lord Dracula.
Behold my true form and its
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Dracula still.
All right, the combatants are set.
Oh,
We've
well, I like to
run
say
into all
Ganondorf because I know more about him because I
But
played
first, I'll
those
have taco,
games and
eggs,
all that. But I think I'm
make me
gonna go
hungry
with
from Blue
Dracula.
Apron.
Alright, I'm gonna pause right here. Just gonna make it quick and simple. Like I said, I'm gonna go still stick with Dracula. Based on what I've seen, I think I'm just gonna go with Dracula. I think he has more in the tank than Ganondorf. Just simple. That's really what it is. Like I said, I would rather have Ganondorf win the battle because I like him more than Dracula because I play more of the games and know about more of the lore with Ganondorf. But I think I'm just gonna go with Dracula on this one. I think Dracula got this. So let's get back into it. So play. Oh, a 3D one. Okay. It's like that everybody uses the Ocarina of Time Ganondorf. They don't ever use like the Twilight Princess one or any of that.
Your castle is lost, vampire. No man can challenge my power.
But what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.
Well, okay. Yeah, he really took that fight thing out of the fight. Like it would be like fight and go across the stream. You don't have that no more. Now, if Ganondorf wins this, it's going to shock me, but I need to see why and how, though. Yeah, but that reminds me, right there, that Triforce. Which Triforce power would y'all rather have? The Triforce of Courage, Wisdom, or Power? Which one would you want? Probably put that as a pinned comment down below, too. Whoa, did not expect that. Did not expect that. Well, he did turn to Ganon, obviously. He about to turn to Ganon. Yep. That was so obvious. And we got two big boys. One has a sword, the other one got fangs. That's what happens. That's really crazy how so many characters in like video games is like similar. It's crazy. Or TV shows.
I am no simple vampire. I am a god.
Oh, it got broke. What the hell?
You're right. You're not a man. You're a pig.
You're not a pet. You're not a man. So you're not a man. You're a pig. Yeah, I kind of figured that's how that was gonna go. Yeah. Oh, right on the third straight one.
You know, I hope someday I can learn to drink beers as violently as Dracula drinks people.
There was a lot going on here. Both Ganondorf and Dracula show similar reaction speeds, with only a small % difference when compared to the speed of light. They were both brilliant schemers who have perfectly manipulated many intelligent foes, and their standard magical arsenals seem pretty comparable overall.
But Dracula did have a leg up with a few extra magic powers that Ganondorf
I thought he just had
had.
more in the
Like
tank,
how
that's
he
what
could
I
rip
was
out
saying.
his soul in a bunch of different ways. That's something Ganondorf never really had to guard against before. Also, remember how Ganondorf survived an explosion worth about 2 kilotons of TNT?
An admirable feat, to be sure, but let's look at that meteor strike Dracula survived. Based on its size, composition, and speed of ablation, it must have struck with an energy equivalent to 2 megatons of TNT.
Told you, man, you gotta be making sure
greater
when you
than
don't be hearing them
Ganondorf's
stats, you gotta make sure that that
Hey,
person's
I know
gonna
what you're
win
thinking.
too.
What about that sage sword Ganondorf had? Shouldn't he have had an easy time killing Drac since it's a holy weapon?
In some circumstances, sure. Running this fight over and over 100 times, Ganondorf would certainly score a few victories. But when considering Dracula's absurd regenerative abilities, it would take more than just a few hits from a holy weapon to finish him off. Not to mention, Dracula also wielded a holy weapon that took advantage of Ganondorf's weakness in the form of demonic Megiddo. Yeah, I know it's called demonic, so it seems weird, but it is explicitly described to be holy magic.
And dropping a holy nuke on Ganondorf was a way more powerful victory move than trying to hit Dracula with a sword. And that's really what this came down to. Power.
Despite literally wielding the Triforce of Power, Ganondorf's potential paled in comparison to the energy Dracula drew from chaos. Let's put this in perspective.
The Triforce of Power comes from the goddess Din, who made the Earth. While we don't know the exact amount of power Din put in this piece, let's just highball it and directly compare it to her.
So the energy attributed to the Triforce of Power could be compared to the size and energy of a planet. However, the chaotic realm is an entire universe, completely upheld by the power of the chaos entity. That is leagues greater than the power Ganondorf possessed.
So it definitely had a lot more juice to give.
Try thinking of the chaotic realm and the Triforce of Power as batteries, which fuel Dracula and Ganon's abilities. Compared to each other, Dracula would be drawing energy from something like a car battery, while Ganondorf's would be more akin to
Is
a
he
small
that, man?
Wiz, I'll give
You're
you
a pig.
$5 if you lick that battery.
Ganondorf certainly held his own, but Dracula's more varied magic, greater regeneration, and enormous reserves of power sealed this desert warlock's fate.
Of all the ways to go, that must have sucked. The big pig's chances were slim to none.
The winner is Dracula.
Did you know we've got a card and dice dueling game?
Choose your weapons, armor, and skills before diving into the fight of your life.
Just don't
Yeah,
use
we'll
dice.
try
They
a
look
little
like
more
me.
easier to
They're
pick
not.
than other
Click the
ones.
link below to get the death battle game right now.
Ma versus Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki, that's from One Punch Man, right? So Ma versus that's gonna be interesting. I really don't watch One Punch Man like that, so but Ma. Oh, that's why I forgot to been watching. I forgot to binge watch Mob Psycho. I was watching that for a good. That was gonna be for a good minute. Then I stopped. I forgot why, but yeah, I need to get back on that. But I would rather want Malop to win, but I guess I have to see what Tatsumaki got. Because I don't watch One Punch Man, but I watched a little bit, probably like a quarter away of season 1 on Mob Psycho. So we got to see. But that was Ganondorf versus Dracula, a death battle. So like I say, guys, before we get out of here, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Slap a like on this video. Also as well, hit the bell notification. Make sure you click all so you can be notified every time I make a future upload. So right now I'm 3 for 3 in like the most recent of these death battles. So yeah, pretty good. So yeah, guys. So without further ado, me boy INCOG, I'm out. Peace.